Hey, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel where we talk about everything related to The Walking Dead. If this is your first time here, consider subscribing so you can be part of this Walking Dead family. If you do subscribe, comment #new so I can personally welcome you to the family. Today we are talking about the Vatos, and where are they now? Remember, way back in Season 1, this was the first group that Rick and the gang encountered. They seemed very intimidating when Rick first met them and took Glenn hostage as well. Later on, Rick, Daryl, and twdu go to make a peace trade with them because they have one of their men named Miguel. Felipe's grandmother makes peace between the two groups by accident. The Vatos are hunkered down in a nursing home taking care of loved ones that were left behind. Rick gave them some of their guns as well when they left, just for extra protection. They had at least 20 members at that time with some firepower and weapons, so what ever happened to this group? They looked like they had a good location with some nice buildings and walls. Did this group survive? Well, we do have the answer in a deleted scene from Season 2. So unless you bought the DVD or Blu-ray of Season 2, you probably have no idea of their fate. So after the explosion of the CDC, Rick takes the group to the Vatos location in order to stay a few nights and get everything situated before heading on. When Rick gets to the group, they were shot in the head and killed. Their camp was also overrun by walkers as well. Looks like the plunderers they feared got to them. It would make sense for those that know the area to go there looking for food, but mostly medical supplies. They would have this due to the old age of those in the nursing home needing a lot of medication. It doesn't say who did this, but we can always speculate. So being around 60 days into the apocalypse, who could have done this? A few groups come to mind, but there is one that stands out. The Saviors and Whisperers are out of the question due to being so early in the apocalypse. So what about the Governor? Well, Rick encounters the Governor around day 300 into the apocalypse. That's about 8 months after the Vatos were killed. That is quite some time, but doesn't make it impossible. Remember, Merle did say that the Governor found him in bad shape. That had to have been pretty early on due to Merle's injury. He would have needed some medical attention. So that would be within 4 or 5 days of Merle's injury. This is possible and probably the most likely out of all the groups that come to mind. Like we said, the Saviors are out of the question. The Whisperers are out of the question. Randall's group does make some sense because they are in the area as well along that time, so they would make sense, but we don't really know much about them. There also is the cop group that was in the hospital during the whole Beth storyline. That would be possible, but that seems pretty unlikely as well, being the fact that that is way later on down the road as well. So besides Randall's group, who we don't know much about, the Governor's group seems pretty likely. And knowing the Governor doing the things that he did, he would go in there, take them out for the medication that he would be able to get from that location. So the Governor's group seems the most likely from the main groups that we have seen. If you can think of any other group that could have taken out the Vatos this early on, leave a comment down below and let me know what you think. Again, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Also hit the thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to hit that notification bell as well so you can be notified every time I post a new video. And you guys have an awesome night.